Before this video starts, make sure you guys subscribe, because roughly 70% of you guys aren't who are watching my videos. And if you want to buy some merch, the link is in the description. Yo, what's up guys? It's Nick from Against Gaming. Welcome back to another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty videos. Today, we have a little different video. Today, we're going to be talking about a bunch of things for the future of MLB The Show 20. So yeah, we're going to be talking about content. And now, obviously, the MLB season has been over for 2 weeks now. And we're starting to get into the time period where the content dies down as we wait for MLB The Show 21. Now, there's still going to be content, and I'm telling you guys, there's still going to be some really good content. It's just going to slowly die down. I just wanted to make this video sort of to just discuss what type of content you could see in the future. So, yeah. First, let me actually go over the event rewards that came out yesterday in the Genuine Leather event. Brendan Rodgers, Future Stars, 108, 100, 91, 81 for hitting. Fielding isn't amazing, which is kind of weird because it's the Genuine Leather event. But yeah, cool card, I guess. Not really that good. I mean, he's good, but like not going to make many teams. Michael Kopech, this card is actually going to be pretty good, strictly because of his outlier. He's outlier. Of course he does. It's Michael Kopech. Great per nines. Control isn't really going to be there, but hard-throwing pitchers don't ever have it. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty nice pitcher. Definitely not buying him for that much, though. Those are the two new rewards. So now we're going to talk about what to expect with future content. And it's November. Obviously, baseball season's over. It's not baseball time anymore. Slowly, as we wait for the spring and MLB The Show 21. So I'm going to talk about what content they did last year and in previous years in the off season. So what to expect in the rest of November, December, and January. That's really when they stop, is like January, or that's when they stopped last year. Didn't do any content in February or March, obviously, because March is the month where the game comes out. So we know that on Friday, we're going to get a new player program, 99 overall signature flashback and 10th inning stars. That is either Justin Verlander or Miguel Cabrera. That I can confirm. It's probably Justin Verlander, because we've been waiting for quite some time for him. I don't think there's anyone else that it could be. If there is, just put in the comments. So we know that that's going to be out. We know the week after that, November 20th, we're going to have the 11th inning program. And last year, the way they ended the inning programs was the 11th inning program was the last one. They didn't have any bosses. It went to 1,500 stars, and it was like pretty much an infinity program. Even though it ended at a certain point, you just got tons of packs. You got previous boss packs. So in the 11th inning program, you got like at a certain amount of stars a 6th inning boss pack. So you would be able to choose between Maddox, between Maddox, Rollins, and Musial. But it was last year, so it wasn't actually those cards. But you get what I'm saying. So like 6th inning, like 4th, 2nd, 8th, something like that. They had a bunch of those. They didn't have all of them. They had finest packs. They had signature packs. They had stubs. They had a lot of packs in general. So yeah, that's going to be huge. I don't think the 11th inning program is going to be the final program with no bosses. I think they can still do an 11th inning program. I'm not going to say the bosses because I want to make a boss predictions video and I want you to actually watch it. So yeah, but they still have some cards that they can put in the game as bosses. So I think what they're going to do is the 11th inning program is going to have 3 bosses, and then the 12th inning program, that'll be the one that will be the final one, and that'll come out mid-December. That's what I'm thinking. So mid-December is when that program will come out. We're probably going to have more player programs, probably not for 10th inning, but for 11th inning and 12th inning if they do it like that. We can also talk about events. So for events, I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen. So if we go to events, so for the Genuine Leather event, it's weird. Part 1, and then a new event, and then Part 2. So Part 1 is from November 10th to November 20th. So that's about a month gap in between part 1 and part 2, because part 2 is December 22nd to December 30th. So I think that after part 1, we're going to get the off-season event, which is an event that we've been getting for a while. And the off-season event, it's like, there's no really like reason for it. It's just called the off-season event. There's no like theme to it. It's just random rules, and it'll have some pretty good cards in there. No one like really, really good though, if you know what I mean. They'll have like some guys that are pretty good 99s. Last year, I think the off-season event was Cy Young. It was Cy Young, Paul Konerko, Jose Bautista, I think. And then a different event had Eddie Matthews, Ralph Kiner, and like Rob Nen. I definitely got some of those wrong, but all those cards were in events in November and December. And then Andrew Jones was in an event in like January, I think. So I think between part 1 and part 2, we'll have the off-season events. It'll probably be 2 stages, maybe 3, but there's going to be probably 4 cards in that. Maybe 3. In the past, they've always done 4, depending on how many cards there are left to put in. There's probably 3. Either 3 or 4 cards in that. So that'll be a cool event. And that'll actually be during the off-season too. So I think the off-season event is going to be between that time. And then we'll have part 2 of this, and that'll bring us to 2021. 2021, I think after part 2 is when we'll have the Forever event. And that'll probably start on New Year's Eve, the 31st, which is a Friday. No, it's a Thursday. Okay. So I think New Year's Eve is when the Forever event will start. And basically what that is it's an infinity event. It never ends, and you get tons of wins. It takes longer to get the cards. So I think last year, you had to get 100 wins to get like the 99 Andrew Jones or something, but the event goes on for forever. It'll probably be someone really good. No idea who it would be, but it'll probably be someone good. It'll probably be more than one reward too. It'll probably be 2 cards, maybe 3. But that'll be for January and for the rest of the year actually for events. So that's what we have for events. For ranked seasons, this season ends November 30th, so we'll have a December season, January season. The thing is though, is that I have no idea who they would make the card. In the past, what they've done is when they've ran out of cards, they've just made it so all of the cards that were World Series cards in one pack would be for the next season. There wouldn't be a new reward. It's kind of weird, but I'd rather have a new card, but that's just what they've done in the past. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that after Willie Mays. Maybe they did more finest cards. Maybe they do a finest Marcell Ozuna with insane hitting stats. Maybe they do that. Maybe they do finest someone else. I don't really know, but there's still some finest cards that we could get too. So it could be a finest card. Could be more finest classics, like the show classics. BR, I can't really show you because I have a BR run going on right now. But they do that really once a month. I think that'll be coming next week. Wouldn't be surprised if that's a finest flashback from 19 or 18 or 17. There's probably gonna be one more BR flawless card, and that'll probably be it. For conquest, there's gonna be probably no more conquest except maps for the 11th and 12th inning program. Whichever one is the last one with no bosses, expect like 5 or 6 conquest maps. They really did a lot last year. For the BR, I just said for the BR, I already did events. What else is there? Okay. So, for the MLB The Show 21 pre-order, I don't know why, it's taking longer, probably because of Corona, and because, probably because of Corona. Last year, it was during October when they revealed the MLB The Show 20 cover athlete and pre-orders. I think this time it'll be probably sometime in November, and if not, in early December. Basically, what's going to happen is they're going to announce the cover athlete for MLB The Show 21, and they're going to open the pre-orders. And basically, what's going to happen is the cover athlete, whoever it is, if you pre-order MLB The Show 21, you get a 99 overall version of that player for free in MLB The Show 20. So, yeah, that's what they do all the time. It's going to be a 99, obviously, but yeah. So expect that sometime soon, within the next couple weeks. So that's coming. And then there are two more things that I want to bring up, which by no means have they said are going to happen, but these are just ideas. That's why they're in the thumbnail. Two different programs. In the past, in MLB The Show 18, near the fall, they did a Future Stars program, and it was big. There was like 30 Future Stars cards, and none of them were really that good, but they all tied towards Immortal Mike Trout. I think they could do a similar program for Future Stars. There's still tons of Future Stars that they could put in the game, and that's something that they can do for content. So I think it'll be something similar to the where's the All-Timers program. Instead of playing games like 3-inning games, all that stuff, I don't think they should do that. Probably just moments. Just do moments and get a bunch of Future Stars and just call it Future Stars program. And yeah, just give that to us one Friday. I think that would be cool. Like if we go to collections and we go to prospects, they did give us Michael Kopech and Brendan Rodgers, but there's still tons of cards that could get Future Stars. There's Wander Franco, Adley Rutschman, Bobby Witt Jr., Kalenic, Andrew Vaughn. A lot of these guys have them, but there's still a bunch that could get them. Logan Gilbert, Matt Manning, Julio Rodriguez, Drew Waters. Like all those guys who I just mentioned, that's like 6 or 7 with some really good cards. 99 Adley Rutschman, 99 Wander Franco, 99 Jared Kelenic. That would be a pretty good program that they could do on some Friday where they don't have any content planned. Why not? And then the other is something different, and this is kind of a reach, or it's not really a reach, but the final reward I have for it is probably a reach. So, Show Classics, it's cool. There have been some really good ones, but what I want them to do, I want them to make the exact same thing I just said for Future Stars, but with the Show Classics, and make it after the Future Stars program in like December, near Christmas, or like early January. So I wrote down a couple guys who I think could be in that Classics program, and there are probably tons more. I couldn't get into MLB The Show 18, but I'm sure there are cards in there. So there's 99 Josh Hader, finest, 19. Same thing for Bregman, finest last year. Too bad he's a cheater though. Can't use him. Yuli Gurriel got a Player of the Month card last year. Same with Josh Bell. He is an 88, but his 90-something Player of the Month card from last year could be one of them. Could have a Reese Hoskins from MLB The Show 17. He had a Player of the Month. Not really remembering the rest for the Show 17. There was a Paxton we already have. What else was there? I don't really remember the Player of the Month, but there's a Reese Hoskins. Cody Bellinger, finest from last year. Like, he could be anywhere. But the main one, really, for this program that would make this so cool, if they dropped this on, like, Christmas Day, would be a Pepe Alazar. Now, those of you guys who played MLB The Show 17, which seems like forever, which probably most of you haven't, Pepe Alazar in MLB The Show 17 was literally the hardest card to get in the entire game, and it was justified. Every single stat was a 99 on this card. I'm not even kidding. All of his stats were 99s. Back then, though, they didn't go to 125, so I'd be interested to see how they do it, but I want to see a Pepe Alazar flashback on, like, Christmas Day. Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want a program where you get a flashback Pepe Alazar with max stats? It's Christmas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would be dope. With all those other cards I listed, you just play a bunch of moments, and you get Pepe Alazar. That would be sick. But yeah, Pepe Alazar was the hardest card in the game to get in MLB The Show 17. You have to do so many missions, like harder than Immortals probably in MLB The Show 18. But yeah, that would be dope. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've been your host, Nick from Against Gaming. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.